Welcome back to another amazing episode of The Careful Boys. Today we have with us Miss Kristin Farina.
Oh, hello.
Welcome back, Kristin.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You may not have a quick answer for this one, but I thought it'd be cool to talk about who was the coolest person in your school and where are they now?
Me and sitting right here. Let's go.
Easy, quick answer.
I mean, it's kind of hard to beat that outfit, dude.
Let's go.
You weren't dressing like that in high school, though.
No, I was getting my ass beat.
Where are they now?
Every day I woke up.
Yeah. Or who was like? I mean, none of us could say that we were the coolest person, right?
Definitely not.
I definitely wasn't. No.
I had a lot of friends.
Who did you
in school with Cole Hamels?
What's that?
He's a Major League Baseball player who won a World Series later on.
That's pretty tight.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Oh.
I went to high school with Eddie Murphy's son,
Charlie? Christopher.
Christopher.
That's
Was it Christopher?
crazy.
I forget his name. I just remember him as Eddie Murphy's son.
I feel like everyone who grew up in the valley has some type of friend or neighbor or someone that's a celebrity or related to a
because
celebrity.
you're out here already. Yeah. Like
But
Wisconsin,
you know
we got oddly enough, he wasn't the most popular.
Is it Miles or
No,
Eric or Christian?
Christian.
Oh, okay.
One of my friends dated
Christian.
him.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Random, huh?
Yeah? What'd they say?
No, he really just kept to himself, or maybe I just kept to myself and I didn't know.
I guess it doesn't have to be relegated to school, but like when you were a teen,
You know,
coolest person.
when
yeah.
it came to those movies, right?
Jesus.
There was like one.
That's a real life.
There was like one cool guy,
Yeah.
one cool girl, but I think that's fake. I think what I remember in high school and junior high is there were different cliques.
Yeah.
And there was the coolest person of that group or of this group, and that's that's kind of what I remember.
Okay. Here's a person, an actual person. I wish I knew what happened to this guy, but in Cerritos there was this one b-boy. I think I was like 15 at the time, and everybody used to talk about this dude. And his name was Bon, like B-O-N, and I think he was Filipino, but he was like, for some weird reason, everybody was like, yo, this dude Bon has flares. And this is when we were all still learning windmills. And flares were like one level up from windmills.
Wow.
So everybody was like, yo, this kid Bon got flares. And we were like, dude, he must be a god. Because back then, it's like, that's basically like saying someone can fly.
Yeah.
Like at this time.
Big
to
deal.
To us, yeah, because we were still learning the basics. And then I remember I went to some party one time, like at the beach, and I saw him and he was doing them, and I was like, if I was that guy, I would be done with life. I would just be like, this is it.
He won.
Yeah, and he was like really trendy. Like he kind of, you remember when Cisco went solo after Drew Hill, and then he had like silver hair
He did silver hair?
during Thong Song like era?
Thong song.
He bleached it.
Yeah, he had silver hair, and everybody was like, "That is so tight." I don't even know if it was paint or something, but he buzzed his hair, and it was all like super silver. I think it might have been like sprayed or something.
Did that make you want to go silver?
No, it made me think like I could never be that cool, even though that's such a dorky thing today.
No, but that is true though. That is true.
But he was like the coolest of the cool. But I never knew what happened to him.
Do you ever? Maybe we should search him up on Facebook or Instagram. Maybe we should all see what are they doing
I think a lot
now.
of the coolest Cerritos people, like, they kind of just did other things. But he was from a really cool b-boy crew at the time. They had such cool names. Like, one of them was Dance Floor Terrorists.
Wow.
Like,
So cool.
This is probably like around 2001 too, so it's kind of.
this is 98.
Oh,
Pre-terror.
pre-terrorism.
Yeah. Ahead of its time. But he was super cool.
We're our post World Trade Center 1 bombing. Never considered bomb twice. So it's still kind of risque.
In between that time. Let me try to think.
I don't know whatever happened to that guy, but he was super cool.
I don't think I've ever been to a school where there was that guy, or like
There was no person you thought
all
was
of the
cooler than
schools I went to, except for the private school that we went to, were like you had over 40 people. You had a ton of people in class. It just felt like so many people doing their own thing.
Every yearbook has a person that's like voted most popular in a way. There's gotta be someone that there was no one that was popular to anything.
Either the hot girls or the jocks, like, but what
Yeah.
are those people
Kind of
doing?
awkward for me because like I was the guy.
It's hard, huh?
No, because
Yeah.
no, I mean, you know,
I bet you were the guy.
I
Though.
was the guy.
What
So it's
were
like-
you doing in high school? What was your main thing?
So the thing is, I was a fucking loser my first year, like because I was like super insecure freshman type. But then once I got into dramas,
Yeah.
then I like fucking was confident boy. All kinds of things were cool. I like was the lead in my school play, my first audition. So then after that, it was just like, oh yeah, it's all working. Everything's coming up, Steve. so then, I got apparently. This is what I found out later on, but apparently I was voted best actor. Which is crazy. I'm not even a very good actor.
Wow.
But I was voted best actor. Apparently, because I'm so tall, every year I was voted best actor until I finally was able to receive the award as a senior standout. But the yearbook committee told me that you won since you were a sophomore.
Wow.
And they always gave it to the runner-up, so suck a dick, everybody.
That's a cool thing to find out.
Yeah, it was honestly wild, because I was like, really? I was like,
Do you feel like, can you give back my 3 years of honors that I
like,
didn't?
these people didn't earn it. They should be stripped of their titles.
Why did they get it and you didn't? Because you couldn't get it because you weren't senior?
People thought I was a senior because I was like one of the taller.
Because for the
tallest kids
senior
in my school.
yearbook?
And as a sophomore, people thought you were a senior.
Yeah.
Nobody ever thought that about me when I was a sophomore.
Why aren't we asking the prom king?
Dude,
That's true. You were the coolest.
No, I definitely wasn't the coolest. You fucking piece of... The way you look at me, dude.
I was prom king.
Nah, I think it was, I think it was a situation. The more I'm thinking about it, I think it was more of a situation like what Steve had, where it was like some other guy got it, but then I was the runner-up.
I always forget that we're amongst royalty, and we actually have a royal person here.
That's pretty crazy.
Not like
It's easy to forget that.
no, dude. I think there were way cooler guys in our high school, like,
Yeah.
but they're all like gangbangers and stuff. So everyone thought they
In
were.
Pasadena?
Yeah, some of these. I don't know how, like, to
it
what
South?
what extent they were of gangbangers, but like they were like. There were a lot of Bloods that went to high school.
Oh, right.
South Pasadena is the nicer area.
Having a tattoo in high school was already pretty cool because it's so hard to get that.
Yeah.
You have to pull some weird strings.
Under 18.
Yeah.
Pretty hard. I knew a few shops that would still do it.
Remember how like our school didn't have a lot of white people?
Yeah.
It was like mostly Asians.
Yeah.
There was one dude, his name was Clark, and he was like the only white guy. But the stuff he did was so cool and unattainable to us. Like he was voted most like popular, like cool guy. But
What do you do? Like
I don't know if what he did was like
play baseball?
Well, that's the thing is I don't know if to other people that's like very standard, but to us we were like, dude, that's so cool. He's like from the movies because this kid would like at 15, 16 he was already riding motocross. Snowboarded.
Like that, yeah. Like the extreme sports stuff.
Yeah. He did. He like
Drinking Monster
He
Energy
also knew how to edit videos. Like at the time, he knew how to. Like I could edit videos at the time, but I had to use 2 VCRs. But he was already using a computer,
Wow.
and he did. He would put like Fox Racing logos, like superimposed over his videos of him doing jumps over like sand dunes.
This guy's a poser, dude.
So sick. He ended up becoming a firefighter too.
Oh, dude, what a cool guy.
Dude. Yeah, he's a firefighter.
That sounds all American. Grew up doing dirt biking,
Yeah.
motocross, then became a fireman.
Yeah, so it's like everything that you want a white dude to be when you're in high school. So we were like, dude, this guy's so cool.
It's like, dude, he's going to the X Games. I just know he will.
And he was just always above everything. Like he'd ever really commented too much on anything. He would just go, yeah, cool. You know what I mean? Like, so you couldn't catch him slipping on anything because you don't know his opinion.
No hot takes.
Yeah, no hot takes. Yeah, exactly. Like you could be an asshole. He would just be like, all right, doing your thing, man.
All right.
Unbothered.
Yeah, he was just a cool guy.
I bet Kalyne was like that in high school. No?
Unbothered?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. For the
See,
most part.
You're pretty unfair.
But I would just like
I don't care.
Yeah, she
I would
don't
just
care.
jump from group to group. So if like a group had drama, I wasn't about
Like,
it.
I'm
I just
out.
wanted to do my thing.
Who's your favorite group that you hung out?
The Rastas.
The white Rastas.
yeah,
Ice Rasta.
definitely all the white people for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was your school predominantly white?
No, it's pretty mixed.
Oh yeah.
Where'd you grow up? So West Hills technically, but went to school in Woodland Hills.
But out here.
I picture your school being like Clueless,
Yeah. No.
cause it's the Valley.
It is the Valley, but it wasn't like that. Although, you know.
What was it like?
Although
what movie
kind
was
of
it?
though, because there were some girls who like wreck their Mercedes and be like, "Oh, mommy and daddy bought me a new one next
Yeah,
week."
that's pretty tight.
Yeah, it's pretty
tight.
cool.
Did you
wish I was
have
one
beef
of
with those
those
girls?
Oh, not really.
Were you just like these dumb sluts? Were you like that?
Yes.
Did you start like vicious rumors about them and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you mean? Were you a mean girl? A little bit? Nice girl.
I bet she was chill.
No, girls were mean to me.
Yeah.
Why do you think girls are mean?
What?
Is that what made you a mean girl now?
Yes.
You mean to me?
Did you do the dance? Were you a dance drama?
I was in dance. I was in drama.
Yeah.
I was in all the artsy stuff. Yeah.
I used to make fun of bandos nonstop. If you're in band,
Bandos?
for you, literally coming at you.
band?
Yep.
Nobody cool was in band?
Fuck no, dude.
Well, what about the
Nobody
drum?
cool was in there.
The higher up you go, like the higher chairs or whatever the fuck, the bigger the loser, dude. Every time. Biggest loser of all was the teacher.
Why? Because they're fat with a tuba?
Yeah, dude. Exactly. That's exactly.
Funny, it worked the opposite, I think, in our schools. Like, if you could play a lot of instrument, you were the coolest person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
There were some dudes that could literally play any instrument, and
You.
you were just so cool. No, not me.
Like there were these
No,
dudes that could play.
But you know
instruments, they're
why?
so cool.
Nah, dude.
Schools didn't have the marching stuff.
Yeah, we didn't
Like
have.
they didn't have the fucking the twirl thingy.
You didn't have a football team?
It was because
We had a flag football team.
Yo, no, we were ass. No, we were ass. The cool thing is that there's such a shortage of students that band would ask people to learn other instruments to fill roles.
Whoa.
Every now and then you'll get this like prodigy dude that could be like, all right, yeah, I'll just learn the bassoon,
Right.
and then he'll just like be a different seat, and you're like, what the heck?
Those are the guys who go to Venice Beach and they play every instrument at the same time.
They got a piano, a harmonica, a drum.
Tambourine.
They're
Yeah.
making so much money every day.
Yeah, it's
How big was your school, like your graduating class?
60 people.
60?
Yeah. Because the
Oh, so
school
it was
that-
small.
Well, I got kicked out at like 7th or 8th grade, but it's basically K through 12.
Oh.
So you knew everybody. No wonder you knew who the cool kid was.
Everybody knew each other very well.
It's probably like the same thing as going to a school in a small town.
Yeah.
Dude, my graduation ceremony took for fucking ever.
Oh my god, that must take ages.
It was like hundreds and hundreds of kids.
Yeah, that was like ours. Ours was like 500.
I remember
Yeah.
there'll be birthday parties, and it's literally like the whole grade. The whole grade is there.
Yeah, whole grade.
They'll invite like the whole 7th grade or something.
I couldn't even fathom at the time when other kids would tell me like, yeah, my school has 3,000 people. I'd be like, I can't even imagine that.
That's how
I can't
mine was. It was insane. Like when you say like who, like I barely knew people. I would sometimes like see people in the halls, had no clue who they were, but they were in my class.
Yep.
That's crazy.
How old are you?
I prefer it that way.
25.
Oh my god.
But I prefer it that way because
Fucking already.
Oh yeah, dude.
because I feel like if you're in a small class, like you really can't escape anybody.
Yeah. No, I did my own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
But people were really rich at my school. Like it was like a wealthy area. I wasn't like that, but I was on the cusp of it. So a lot of people, their parents owned like huge brands and companies. So house parties were insane.
Right.
Lake parties, boats.
Access to drugs was wild.
Wow, lake parties?
That sounds crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it was a fun place to grow up in.
Were you a mean girl?
No, I like didn't talk to many people. Ate
No, I
lunch.
can't say you're a mean girl.
parties?
Kind of mean.
I had one friend
That got invited.
that was like my really close. I mean, I had a group of friends, but like her family was dope. They did have money and stuff, you know, making Jello shots. But yeah, I wasn't involved in school. Never went to prom. Never did
Prom was
any of that
lame.
stuff. I just was like invested in dance.
You didn't do prom either?
No, I didn't do prom.
Yeah,
not missing
almost
out.
lame.
I didn't do it either.
I mean, I went for like a moment, just because you know my mom wanted pictures. Yeah, you know.
Going to prom sucked, but I love dancing, so I was like fucking tearing it up out there.
Tearing up the dance floor. Dude,
Chopping it all
I
up.
want to go dancing with Steve, bro.
Let's go.
You love dancing when Anthony's here.
Well, I don't when he's here. Dancing becomes a dark moment in history when he's here.
It's unpatriotic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't talk about how we dance around a bunch of dancers. Dude.
No, no.
Embarrassing.
That's different. Social dancing? There's a lot of. I didn't.
We were dancing at Tim's wedding.
yeah,
Fuck
that
yeah.
was fun.
Yeah, it's a little weird, like bust out into choreography when everybody's
Yeah,
just social dancing.
There's a lot of really
Like
great,
that's so awkward.
Don't do
really
that.
great dancers that can't social dance. Yeah, it's a different thing.
That's like, dude, you're a drama kid, right?
Yeah.
That's like, okay, drama kid parties. We're like, yeah, and kids are like doing monologues and shit because they're like,
It's too much. It's
like
Monologues?
too much.
Are you serious?
Too much.
yeah, dead serious.
They'll bust out monologue?
They have like a character that they've been working
Exactly.
on.
Okay,
Yeah.
is there
Yeah.
back to those parties? Is there a hacky like monologue that people would do all the time?
No.
Like the one?
I mean, every monologue's kind of hacky.
Right.
Because it's all drama monologues. Like, it's all
You mean like
fucking-
Shakespeare shit?
Yeah, because it's all
Really?
well, it's all from the back. You have to project from the back of the theater, so it's like shouting, acting, shacting.
The person in the first row is like, God.
Yeah.
Been to like musical theater parties, right?
Yes, dude. Oh my god. Those should be attacked by Al Qaeda if anything. It's like you like remember like when George W. Bush is like, they hate us for our freedoms. They hate us for our freedoms. I'm like, they hate us because they're musical theater kids, dude.
Those kids have too much freedom.
What do they do? Bust out into musicals? and
Yeah.
shit when you're
like
at
Glee,
the party?
dude.
They're just always, they sing everything they say to you. Yeah.
Man, I would have been in there fucking punching everybody for no reason.
You've been saving lives.
For good
Joe.
reason, I guess.
I think it's great that like for the most part, a lot of artistic people aren't cool because that kind of fuels how good they get at a thing.
Yeah.
Because they just hide away with their thing and they get amazingly good at it.
The shame is a part of it.
I mean, what happened to just getting fucking piss all like drunk and drugged out in the garage and just jamming out and thinking you're like a rock star?
Those good old
Thing
days.
to do
That's
too.
that's normal.
I think it still happens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what? This shit sounds like that movie that musical movie where it's like
Les Miserables.
they're a cappella groups.
That was funny.
I don't know.
Because he doesn't.
Pitch Perfect.
Yesterday. I like that.
You're talking Pitch Perfect.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, that is kind of how it feels. Because I did civic theater for a little bit.
What's that?
It's like when you do musicals that you rip off from real ones and you just have a whacker cast and you perform it at city theaters.
Interesting.
So I did actual musicals.
It's like subsects of that.
You mean like a community college thing?
Not college, but like
Dude, they're shaming you. They're like,
if you think
I mean,
it's super whack, but like it's still funny that you know. we
Have
do-
you guys? So like, let's say you know, for as a stepping stone, like you go through high school, you do the drama there, you go to like community college, and then maybe you get a role or whatever, and then you go into film, right? Or theater, live theater. You go to these levels, right? Have you ever been back to like work on projects or something?
Like
Or
taking
just
a step
because you're
down?
bored? Yeah, just because you're just like bored to like do something.
At your high school?
Or like any community theater level thing.
You know what's funny is that we kind of did something like that, but it was more. So with Quest Crew, when we would make shows, we would want to, if we had a really really big important show coming up, to test the material that we made, we would do a bunch of free secret shows.
Oh.
Like we would do like benefit shows. We go, let's go to Boys and Girls Club and just perform for them, so that we can get the routine into our bodies and see like how it goes and then fix things.
So smart.
So we would have a lot of like preliminary versions of shows be seen by like just random kids and things like that. And that way you don't have to feel like, oh, I can't do too many of these because we're not getting paid. So it actually like made sense to take step downs in a way.
but they weren't musicals. They were like dance performances.
Yeah, they were.
I like to sometimes go, or a lot of the times go to just community amateur nights to see them really fucking do their best.
To watch or to be in it.
Oh, not only to watch, but to also see how big-headed some of these
Like
people
American
are.
Idol auditions?
Dude, it's fucking hilarious. No, like community theater.
Oh, like a poetry slam in a cafe or something?
All of them. Like, they really believe they're celebrities.
Dude, you would have.
And it's so good.
You would
And-
have died watching my high school production of Grease, because like our Grease Lightning, right, was like a Ford Taurus, and like it was like a
Oh, that's the one that you guys rolled.
brown Ford Taurus, because like
You couldn't find a car?
couldn't find a car, and like, dude, the best shit though was like they would turn the fucking car on, right, and like it's a closed theater.
Oh,
There's no
so
window.
smog up the car.
Yeah, they're fucking gassing like the first 5 rows with like fumes. Yeah, people are complaining like I'm getting fumes and shit. And then like
How do they get that in the theater?
Dude, we drove it through they had 2 double doors. We drove it all the way in the back. But like I played Kaneki. I was like doing the Grease Lightning song, and like
Yeah, because in the theater version, he's the lead of that song.
yeah, and so he and I was like dancing all over this fucking Ford Taurus, and I don't sing well at all. I was basically like doing an Elvis impression.
overhead lifters and some
I was doing that. And
That's legit.
it was rough, and I can't dance, and it was rough all around.
But you still won number one.
And then I took the trophy for the state. No, I'm kidding. No. That was a really rough production. But that was the best part. Is like what do they think this looks like?
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yo,
but like
that's what I love.
But the magic of like theater acting and like musical theater acting is just like, look at this car. Wow, isn't this great? This is Grease Lightning. It's just like, and everyone in the front row, you could see people just be like.
It really is a "you're doing it, Peter" moment.
Fake it.
Yeah, like you can't suspend disbelief like that.
Because you got to sell it, right?
Yeah,
like
right.
if you got
Nobody's
to.
buying it. Doesn't mean anyone's buying it. It's like I'm selling snake oil up there.
And I know.
Fuck, like, did that fuck with you as a kid? Like when you're trying to sell this part of this being Grease Lightning, and then you see the front row people just like making faces. Did that fuck with you?
You know, I would love to sit here and tell you I thought it was funny, but it was really embarrassing.
Yeah, I bet, right?
But looking back, it's fucking hilarious.
vulnerable.
Yeah, it was so embarrassing, and I was just embarrassed, like in general, because I am not a musical person. So I was
Must have
just
been a
like
train wreck.
It was a fucking nightmare shit show.
amazing.
And there was like a whole thing too, because like the drama teacher hired like drama kids, but then the chorus people were like, "This is fucked up. It should be us. Like we're singers. Like why isn't it us?" And so there was like this weird like cross war going on where it was like, why are the drama kids starring in it? And like all the chorus people are going by like
Factions.
like whispering.
So you're
about-
like singing up there, looking at them, like hating on you,
Yeah,
and you're just
knowing
doing
that-
your absolute worst.
And I'm like, I know I suck. I'm sorry. I'm like, wait for dialogue scenes. I promise. I'm doing like, I'm trying. But, yeah.
No, dude, that's the worst.
But dude, and I think about that performance too. It's just, you just think about all the cringy moments, right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad there was no internet back then.
I know, dude.
Growing up
got that
now,
And that's my favorite thing to go visit and watch.
I know.
But not only that, the behind the scenes stuff that I know. Ooh, that's the best. That's so entertaining.
So cringy, man. The worst is like for this one show that I had to do was a musical, and I think it was Godspell. And then we're supposed to. God, I hate this shit. We're supposed to start in the audience.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you gotta start in the audience, and the director's like, make conversation with the audience members so they don't know you're part of the show. And then you stand up and you sing, and then you won't go up to the stage. So embarrassing. So I go in there. There's like
flash
there's
mob.
like 20, 30 minutes till show, and I sit next to this kid and his dad, and I start talking to them. And the dad just tells as soon as I start talking, the dad tells the kid, he's part of the show. Don't talk to him. So then,
Like you're not even a human being.
and then I just go. Well, all right.
there to see the show. That's so sad.
Son, don't talk to these theater people. They'll never leave you alone after.
They're freaks. Kind of true. Kind of like a
Good advice.
Show, like, god dang. Great start.